Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of Impact Makers. And this is another one of our curveball episodes. We had no pre-work before this, so I'm just going to catch Dustin on the spot with a couple things here.
These are the best ones.
Yeah. As we sit here, a week or so post April 15th, the deadline that is or isn't. What are a couple of, maybe a key takeaway that you've seen in our work with firms in 2021 here? And then if you were in charge of things, what's a focal point that you would, be focusing your people in this kind of gap period, at least for tax? Our audit friends are, wrapping up, still wrapping up financial statements here in April, but, what would you focus on? So, just to recap there as I went through that, what's a key thing that you've noticed here in 2021 that's worth pointing out? And then two, if you were to, give a firm a focal point, what would that be?
So just on the spot, the first thing that came into my mind when you said what's a focal point is, or what's a key takeaway from the last couple of months. I've had conversations with clients twice now in the last couple of days around organization, and it probably bleeds into engagement management, but it is becoming readily apparent as we are the last couple of busy seasons have been different than any other, right? And being well organized is becoming a key differentiator in top performers within firms. Being personally organized with your work, with your clients, and that, like I said, that bleeds into engagement management. And we've had multiple conversations in the last couple of days with senior leaders in firms about the importance, and they're starting to see that as well, the importance of being well organized in your job, whether it's tax, audit, accounting services, and it's both with managing your workflow, managing clients, managing the team. So it's I would say that's a key takeaway, is that the firms and the individuals within firms that seem to be doing pretty well, all things considered, are the ones who are better organized. And so I think that's going to be a key trend as we head into the next year or two, is how do we build more of that engagement management skill set into our team members and get people individually better organized, and that way they can manage their teams and their clients better.
That makes sense. Does that focus you in on, where you would spend some time and energy, if you were in charge of a firm, if you were internal? Does that, that kind of, noticing that, is that something is that where your focus would be right now?
Yeah, I think that we can turn that into the answer to the second question, which is the focal point. I do think that is one, but I would also look at how can we, once we identify, what are some good best practices of how to maintain and be well organized, how can we leverage the technology that we have, and or other technology that we don't have, to help us in that mission to be better organized and give us greater insight into our work and our teams and that type of thing. So I think those go hand in hand with that. And then second focal point is, you've got to give your team members a break. It has been a crazy year. I know we've got an extended due date now, but for a lot of people, they haven't taken a vacation in over a year. They probably have vacation scheduled. Be aware of that. We hear that from all of our clients that we're working with currently, that that is something that they are focused on, and they want to make sure that their team members are well cared for. And so I wholeheartedly agree with that, and will add that as my second focal point, is give your team members a breather this summer.
Yeah, I mean, there you have it, everybody. I mean, what I hear there, and I would lead with that: give everybody a break. Find a way for everybody to, hit the recharge button, and then as you're coming back together, focus on that organization aspect. Who are the leaders in your organization? How can they share that and have that transition from individual organization to institutional organization? and find, technology solutions that help you support that, as opposed to no breaks, keep on pumping and forcing people into, technology that leads to disorganization. So start
Very
with
well said. Nice summary.
yeah, start with a refresh, and then find ways to, have everybody be more organized. That's what we're seeing. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you're seeing. Happy to hear from our listeners. So until the next time.